You want it? You got it. Reality radio done right. No nonsense, real and raw, just like you like it.
He's corrupt, he's inexperienced, and he lies.
Broadcasting from a broom closet in the Arizona Lotus Studios, it's Beef Vegan Presents.
Yo, welcome back to the show. It's Beef Vegan Presents live on Rock 102.1 KFMA, streaming worldwide at KFMA.com on this beautiful Wednesday, March 1st. Good morning, TikTok sensation weirdo.
Good morning.
Good morning, Tucson. Yes, I woke up this morning and I'm going through all my stuff and I saw your latest reel and then I was like, let me check out your page right now, just see where you're at.
Mm-hmm.
And dear Lord, yeah, you're becoming internet famous, my friend.
Yeah.
All about asking questions and showcasing the Polycube lifestyle, which is very unique. And we've been asking questions and finding answers out for ourselves and still mind blown no matter what the answer is. Just like, whoa.
Which is just so weird to me because for me, it's normal.
Whatever.
So when people ask things, I'm like, I don't know. Just get up and go. Like,
I love how you say it's normal, but don't act like it's not something new every single day. Come on, but it's something that you make it work, and it's great seeing people commenting, being like, "You're living my ultimate fantasy."
or the applications for a fifth, or
lots of applications for a fifth, of course. But how hot are the girls that are applying to be your fifth?
Oh, a couple of them are super hot.
Right?
Where
are
I'm
you
like,
considering it? Yeah. But when the dudes apply, it's an automatic no.
It is an automatic no.
See, that's sexist. It's just not right. If you're going to consider a smoking hot chick, then you got to consider like a frumpy, thirsty dude, Not saying I'm trying to be your fifth. It's overwhelming for me. But I would do the, have like 7 girlfriends thing, once every day of the week, maybe 6. I need a day off,
That's a lot.
Even Jesus needed a day off, or God, whatever. I didn't read the Bible, but it doesn't matter. You do it every single night. Do you not take a day off?
From physical interaction?
Yeah.
No, I take days off.
Okay, that's good. Yeah, that's good.
Only because of scheduling.
Yeah. No, that's good, though. I think that's healthy and stuff. I think your OBGYN would agree. But Weirdo's not the only famous one here in Tucson, as we have a new Guinness Book World Record holder here in the old Pueblo. Yeah, it's a big deal. And you'll see this world record holder on the podcast broadcast stream when we replay this clip. But I'd like to introduce you real quick, Weirdo, Bisbee. Weirdo, this is Bisbee. Bisbee is the latest Guinness Book World Record holder for having the world's longest tongue. And Bisbee is an English setter from Tucson.
God, he's so cute.
He or she, I don't know. Can't really tell. It's crazy, though, but They own the world record now. The 3-year-old Bisbee holds the Guinness Book of World Records for the longest tongue on a living dog, measuring 3.74 inches, or twice the average human penis. It's crazy, right?
Oh, he is cute, and it is he.
Oh, it is he.
Yeah.
See, there you go.
We got the pronouns right.
Yeah.
We got it.
For the record, the dog's tongue measured from the tip of the snout. So essentially, it's measuring how long the tongue is outside of the mouth, right? So not going all the way back into the throat and then out. And then Bisbee, somehow, some way, has the longest tongue. And when I'm looking at this video and this picture that we're seeing on the stream, it doesn't look like that long of a tongue, to be honest with you.
Not that abnormal.
Yeah, and at what point did the owners here, who are Jay and Erica, start figuring out that their dog had a long tongue? When the dog could lick itself just by not even like bending down, like going from around its back. I don't know. But they adopted this dog, so I think it was like a rescue. And now they are owners of a Guinness Book of World Record holder. It's insane. Now, before Bisbee claimed this title, the longest tongue on a living dog was previously held by a Saint Bernard named Mochi from South Dakota, who had a tongue measuring a whopping 7.31 inches. So there's an asterisk on Bisbee's world record. He has the longest tongue on a living dog, but it's still half the length of the previous record holder, who, again, and now this is a record that only lasts about, I don't know, 7 to 14 years, depending on the breed.
Yeah.
Yeah. But hey, for now, we claim the title. So
All right.
welcome to the Old Pueblo, home of fantastic Mexican food and the living dog with the world's longest tongue. Something like that.
Keep adding things to come visit Tucson for.
Yeah. And the most famous polycube girl on the radio. So, these are all things that just we're stacking up stats here, which it's a win. It all counts in the W column. It is the first day of March, so there are a lot of things to look forward to in March. Daylight savings time starts up again on the 12th. What does that mean? Well, it just means nothing for you guys.
Yeah.
It means everything from how I book interviews, because that means for the next 4 weeks, I'll be screwing up the times and telling people on the air that I'll be talking to so-and-so at 8:10. It'll end up being 7:10. Or I'll say, hey, it's going to be at 7:10. It'll be 9:10. So it takes me a while to figure that out. So that's starting on the 12th. So look forward to that. That's also the day of the Oscars where nobody will get slapped. That's a guarantee. And, of course, all eyes are on March Madness, which starts on the 14th. And even though U of A had a very disappointing last-second loss to our rivals, ASU, they're still looking strong going into the tournament, so we'll see what happens. And, of course, we're also getting ready for our March Sadness emo bracket.
Oh, I'm excited for this.
I'm excited about this as well. This year, we're going to do songs, not just bands. So just be on the lookout on our social media pages for us to roll that out, and then we'll probably have some prizes attached to the promotion as well, as we have some fun with music, because that's what we like to do. Speaking of things we like to do, Morning Moron is coming up here soon. We'll kick things off with 3 Days Grace on Tucson's Rock Station, Rock 102. All right, be honest with me, weirdo. Looking at pictures of the dog with the world's longest tongue, did you get turned on at all?
No. Jesus.
I said be honest. Jeez.
I am being honest.
Like super honest. Long tongue. People like long tongues.
No.
Certain people like long tongues.
I mean, yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, but on a human, not a dog.
Oh, okay. Aren't you allergic to peanut butter? I digress. All right, we have a lot of clips, and good morning, everybody. It's good to see you on the stream as we had a lot of fun so far this morning, and it stopped just now. But we'll be having people pop in and, of course, play some of the clips that we had from earlier this morning. It's a big day here around the station as the owner of the company is coming in, so people are on edge, and they're wondering, why is he coming in? I don't know. But I was told personally by Scott the engineer, has nothing to do with me. All right. So I'm like, oh, well, that's good. But it has to do with something. And then that was the end of that conversation. And I was like, oh, all right. So I think I'm just going to stick around. Like, I don't know. I might grab a broom and pretend to sweep the hallways just to kind of eavesdrop. Be like, what's going on? Now, the owner is an older gentleman. He's owned Lotus. I don't even know how long, but a long time, right? 40 years probably. And he doesn't care about what I'm doing, honestly. It's all business. He owns clusters in like 13 different markets, several different states. Like I think it's 5 different states, and his son is the president of the company and is overseeing things. He knows what we've been doing here as well. And I think they're excited about the stuff that we've been accomplishing and attempting to do.
Yeah.
And I spy on every single morning show in this company to see what they're doing. So see if there's anything that we could be doing better. And it's the same thing I had like when I asked my game ops manager for the Roadrunners, like, hey, is there, you go around the country and you see other people do their thing. Is there anything we could be doing better? And the game ops manager was like, no, honestly, I use you as the example.
Oh,
Yeah, that's what he said to me.
compliment.
Yeah, and I feel like the company is doing the same thing with us here too. We could very well be the example of how to build something out of nothing. And I think it's actually going to be detrimental to anyone who follows us because they're going to be like, this beef guy can do it with $12. What's your fucking problem?
Yeah.
So I'm ruining the entire industry for people because I undersell myself and undervalue our services so much. So I don't think we're at the promotion status yet there, Clarissa, but I do appreciate the good thoughts and well wishes. I'll take all those vibes all day long.
Yeah, I mean, I'm excited to be, as I've come into this in the last year, like with the social media pushes and the reels, and then even finding out more about, the streaming service we use to record these live broadcasts and everything. Like this has been fun to watch you learn at the same time too.
Oh yeah, learn every day.
Yeah, because some of this stuff you're like, you get excited too, and you're like, I'm figuring out how to edit on Instagram. I was
Yeah.
like, good job, buddy.
Yeah, no, my reels are starting to become fire.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you what, I'm very excited because talking with Scott, we're going to get a new computer here soon for the streaming. And this computer is supposed to be like massive as far as just sick as far as what it could output. And it has its own separate compartment just for streaming. And,
Oh,
and
cool.
yeah, so he's like, it's going to be so good that I'm going to use maybe 3% of it. And I'm like, that's great because I'm tired of 15-year-old motherfuckers on Twitch having a better show than me visually.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, we got a phone call right now. Rock 1 2.1, who's this?
Hi, good morning, Mrs. Lydia. How are you?
Good. How you doing, Leah? Sorry I dropped that F-bomb, but, it caught me mid-conversation.
You know what? That's okay. It's not anything I've never heard, okay?
All right, sounds good. Well, what can I do you for?
Hey, good morning. I just wanted to ask you if you could please play Rival Sons. Nobody Wants to Die this morning for me to get my blood pumping. I love Rival Sons.
Okay.
I can't wait to see them open for Greta Van Fleet.
Yeah, well, that's on a Monday. You got those tickets for a Monday?
Oh, I got those tickets for a Monday. I've been following Rival Sons almost since they were together. And I've seen them in Vegas. I've seen them in Portland. I've seen them in Seattle. I drove up to Cottonwood to see them play at a biker rally once.
Oh, wow.
So I'm down with Rival Sons. They're a fantastic band. And I'd like to see them get out there and have more headlining shows around here.
All right. Well, out of all these, I mean, I don't know if I could get away with playing an entire Rival Son song, unfortunately, at this point, because management likes to, slap my wrist. But I got 5 songs in a database, which is good. I got Rival Sons, Keep on Swinging. I got Do Your Worst. I got Too Bad. I got Shooting Stars. And I got Nobody Wants to Die. Out of those 5 songs, what would you like to hear?
I would say Nobody Wants to Die because that's going to come off their new album, Dark Fighter, which is coming out in June.
I guarantee you my program director's listening and saying, please don't say the new one.
No?
Please don't say the new one. Please don't say that.
Well, you know what? For me, let's just do Too Bad. How's that?
All right. I'll squeeze that in before the show is over. Okay, Leah?
Hey, thank you so much. Take care. Have a great day.
You too. All right, we got our podcast broadcast rolling right now. We got your TMI top 5 headlines of the day we did not even get to yet. All crammed up in a segment coming up after Godsmack's surrender. It's Rock 1 2.1 KFMA. All right, clear.
There we go.
All right, so what's the one she said? Too bad?
Yeah, too bad.
All right. I'll pop that up and piss them off. Why not?
Hmm.
That's what we do here, right?
Shake it up a little.
We shake it up. Who was it? It was Courtney and Courtney's on the stream right now, was saying, what do we got to do to he was asking me about the AAA station. So he's watching the stream, and this is why. And so that's where I recalled, because we were talking about the 3 AAA stations in Seattle and kind of like the movement and direction of radio as the industry. And he asked me, he's like, what can we do to make that happen here? And I'm reminding him, we have some. They're the nonprofit stations, the low-powered stations. They're hard to pick up, but that's essentially the concept. And this is not something that KFMA is going to do, but I would like to see it lean on its legacy for the nostalgia factor and continue to push it towards being a hybrid station between rock and alternative. Not but rock and alternative, right?
Yeah.
Rock and alternative. Leave the 80s hair metal bands behind. I'm sick of hearing it.
Yeah.
It's confusing for the listener, in my opinion. And, and I told him the only way to make that happen, of course, is through success, to be undeniably, popular and bring in the ratings and the revenue, which is the big deal. And that's the big argument. And you know what? I don't want to spend this podcast talking about behind the scenes shit, but we'll touch on that another day. Okay. Yeah. So we were going to have Powers in studio, but he's super swamped, unfortunately. And I sent an invite to Todd as well, who's probably swamped with all this, basketball and all the sports that is happening right now. Speaking of sports, soon on the podcast broadcast, we're going to start having pop-ins from Justin Spears again, which I'm excited about, because Spears and Ali are moving to mornings from 7 to 9 on our sister station, ESPN. And I'm all about it. I'm like, yeah, I want to bring them on regularly. And I don't even mind cross-promoting. I say bring it on. All ships rise at the same time. And plus, put a little heat there and bring the competition up. If I have fans that are going to switch the channel to listen to some sports talk all day, go for it. When you come back, I'm still going to attempt to be the most entertaining show on the radio.
Yeah.
Period. And it's just going to be nice to be able to have that aspect to be able to cover the show because I can't talk sports with you, or Powers, or even Rico. But I can geek out with sports when it comes to Justin Spears because he is an encyclopedia of sports information and knowledge. He's insane.
I mean, I can talk 80s and 90s basketball.
Yeah, but that's not current
I
sports
know.
talk that people want to talk about. I know. Yeah, that's great. Tell me about The Last Dance, the Netflix documentary about the Bulls. Yeah, we talked about that. But she can talk roller derby. And this Saturday is the return of the Copper State Roller Derby League on March 4th. So if you're looking for a low-dose show, you want to take the whole family out. It's themed Toy Story versus Monster Inc.
Yes.
And that looks cool as shit.
Yeah.
So I'm stoked about that.
I'll be on Team Monsters Inc.
Which character?
I'm just gonna wear a blue shirt. I'm not gonna go that crazy with the belt makeup or anything.
But are other people gonna go crazy with it?
Oh yeah.
And it's co-ed. That's why I said people, right? Okay.
Yep. Co-ed.
Yeah. If I learned to skate, I'll tell you what. If I learned to skate, I would join your Copper State Derby League just so I could check people into the wall. And it's co-ed, so I wouldn't go after the big dudes. I play dirty. All right. So I'm just saying, you don't want me to sign up to your league because you get your ass kicked. I got at least 100 pounds on you. I know it. All right. It's time for your TMI Top 5. These are the top 5 headlines that we didn't get to today. And it's too much information. So the first thing is this new study, and I meant to bring this up yesterday with the Tucson Foodie crew because I don't think this would shock them, but it may be shocking to you. A new study used social media to determine the most popular cuisines in the world. All right. What do you think the most popular cuisine in the world is? If you were going to break it down just by region, right?
I mean, I have such a bias. I would say Mexican food.
Mexican food. Yeah. Mexican food is an excellent answer. You would think that'd be number one. It's definitely going to be number one in Tucson, right? Well, it's number 3 with this study.
Okay.
Korean is number 1.
Interesting.
Yeah. Followed by Italian and then Mexican.
Oh, okay.
And I was thinking just locally, Korean for social media, right? It makes sense because it's all the buzzwords. Korean, we've been geeking out about Korean corn dogs and we've been geeking out about Korean barbecue. And what is that if you never tried it? It's overly gluttonous, delicious, very fattening food. So it's an Americanized version of Korean delicacies.
Got it.
And that's what they call the Korean food now.
Yeah.
And that's because South Korea, which only refer to themselves as Korea, they don't acknowledge North Korea. They're very Americanized. So, it's only a matter of time until they're as fat as us. So fingers crossed. And I just know that everything that I've had from cup bop to the 2-hand dogs, all the Korean food that I've had is like amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing.
So good.
Yeah. That's the new number 1 according to social media. All right. Another headline: a 39-year-old man in the UK is in court after he was arrested and accused of placing his junk in a seagull's mouth. And I have questions. First off, did it fit? Because you got a problem if it fit. Secondly, that seems dangerous.
Super dangerous.
Very dangerous. Yeah. And third, did it open its mouth because it thought that this guy's junk was a worm? Again, back to the first one. Dude's got a small wiener. All right. 4 of the top 6 happiest cities in America are all in California. The unhappiest city is from the undisputed rap capital of the country, Detroit.
Yeah.
The D.
Yeah, it seems like Detroit's been pretty depressed in the last, decade.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Depends on what side of the mile you're on, If you're on 8 Mile, it's tough there. At least that's what I heard in the movie 8 Mile. The 4 happiest cities in California, they're all the beautiful cities. So this whole thing of like everyone's moving away from California, no, they're not. They're staying there and being happy. So,
yeah.
All right. An 800-year-old mummy was seized from a man in Peru. Why did he have it? Nobody knows. And he got caught because he was boasting about it to friends. Yeah.
Again, if you're going to do the crimes, keep it to yourself.
Right.
Yeah.
That's the problem about having something so,
Or at least I'm
elusive.
Assuming crimes. Maybe he found it in his backyard.
No,
Who
100%
knows?
of crime. That's why they seized it from him. Nobody, I think no one who's not a billionaire has a mummy as their current possession. right? They don't own a mummy.
Yeah.
It's kind of historic. So there you go. And the final headline in our TMI top 5, 45% of singles say they would ask about personal finances on a first date. And another 45% would ask about credit scores within the first 3 months of dating. 100% of both 45% happen to be women. Go figure. We're going to keep the conversation moving on the podcast broadcast, youtube.com/beefvegan. I made that up.
Clearly.
Could you tell by your eye roll?
You'd feel that all the way over there.
Yes, I did. All
I
right.
don't know, I think that might be maybe something that could be discussed earlier. Maybe not first date, but just like, what am I getting into?
Yeah, I don't know. Oh, you know what I do know is that you don't know anything about Fuddruckers, and I want to show you the delicious, gluttonous amount of cheese that I would absorb as a kid. Now, Fuddruckers is trending on Twitter, and I still don't know why. I think actually I do know why. There's one person asked on Twitter what their experience Fuddruckers is, if they have any memories or something, and then that just opened up the floodgates, and people are all about it. And now it's like the 11th thing trending on Twitter right now. And so I grew up loving Fuddruckers. Not only did I grow up loving it and all the special occasions were celebrated at Fuddruckers, but also when I moved up to Flagstaff and I was like a starving student or, fake student, I had no money. I had Fuddruckers right down the street for the first like 6 months I was living there. And I would go there to eat for 39 cents. And what I would do is I would get a bun and they would give it to you. They grill the buns. It's delicious. You'll see pictures. And then I would just load up because they have a free topping bar and then the cheese buckets that would just dump out a bunch of cheese sauce that you're going to see in these pictures. And so I would make like a stacked up grilled cheese on a delicious bun. It was filling. It was delicious. It was 39 cents. And they were pissed that I was doing it. But I argued back saying, hey, I don't eat meat. You know? Yeah. And then they're like, well, I guess I got to serve this guy his bun. What are you doing here? I love your buns. I just don't eat meat. What are you doing eating the cheese? Well, it's not real fucking cheese, is it?
Yeah.
No, it's not even close. So don't pretend like it's real cheese now. All right. So I'm going to show you.
Well, and cheese isn't meat. You can still be vegetarian, but still have animal byproducts.
That's true. Yeah. All right. So here's some images of this guy loving the Fuddruckers. This is a 3-pound burger.
Whoa, and a pound of fries.
Yeah, that's a challenge. What challenge to die and not get laid ever? I wouldn't do that, but look how massive that is. There's the bun.
Wow.
Killed off by the bun. He tapped out.
I thought it was a pancake at first.
I know. Well, that's a 3-pound. So yeah, they have gluttonous things. What's great about Fuddruckers now is they have different types of meats, like a bison burger, elk burger, of course. But Fuddruckers was like mimicked and mocked in Idiocracy, where it evolved into buttfuckers.
Yeah,
that's where a lot of people, when they think of Fuddruckers, they immediately think of buttfuckers, and this essentially would be what my burger would look like. Okay, swimming in that ooey gooey, not real liquid gold, and it was fantastic. It came in regular cheddar and it came in jalapeno cheddar, and I would do both equally. And like I said, I would come back from stacking up. I would put nothing on my burger, right? No tomatoes, no lettuce, no onions, no fucking nothing. I would have burger.
Leave the garden out of it.
Yes, burger and bun until as I grew older, I started incorporating sauteed mushrooms and onions. But, growing up, burger, bun, and then drowning in this cheese, drowning in it. And like I said,
cheese is so good. I mean, I haven't had Fuddruckers, but yeah, that nacho cheese, that liquid cheese.
It's not nacho either, because it's cheddar and it's jalapeno cheddar, right? So this is how it was. This was
just a pump.
Yeah, it was just a pump. You would go up and dump it out. And somebody tweeted, does anyone else miss Fuddruckers? And they're all you could pump hot cheese kettles. And yes, I think there's one Fuddruckers in town that I might have to go to, only because of that. Now, we experience a lot of great burgers in town. Obviously, we have chefs in all the time that showcase those, and those are all fantastic and stuff. But until they incorporate that, that's what I'm all about today. 100%. It is amazing. So, Fuddruckers. Do you guys remember Fuddruckers? You guys dig it? Hold on. Let's see if our hater friend, he's shaking his head like you don't like Fuddruckers.
Okay, first I got bad news. As soon as you said there was one in town, I did go look immediately. Unfortunately, according to Google, permanently closed.
Oh.
See,
But
it
yeah,
was too
I
late.
do actually have a Fuddrucker story. When I moved to, as soon as I got done with college, I moved to Baltimore, Maryland, and my friend that lived in Baltimore, she brought over like a Fuddruckers party pack, and me and my buddy Dan, who drove across the country with me, were just like, yeah, these are fine. But I guess we never went into the Fuddruckers to get the pump experience, so I guess I wasn't getting the full Fudd. I guess
It's not the full Fudd. No, I mean, yes, they grill it up. The burgers are good. Some of the Fuddruckers originally, it was probably one of like places where you get the freshest meat. You would see like the carcasses before they'd grind it. They had a meat grinder in there, and it was all windows, so you could see the butcher do its thing. So that was good. Those buns were amazing. One person tweeted that you could literally use it as a pillow. And then yeah, it was the cheese. It's all about the cheese and the topping bar.
Mm-hmm.
And I think what was it? Oh yeah, I think the catchphrase was, "Who makes the world's greatest burger? Fuddruckers." And you.
Oh.
Ah. And I'm like, Fuddruckers, you had me at the end, because I do make the world's greatest burger. Thank you. It's just a cheeseburger with nothing but cheese.
Right. For
It's amazing.
39 cents.
Oh my God, so good. So yeah, and I only went down that rabbit hole because it was trending on Twitter, and I was hoping that it wasn't bad news, like they were filing for Chapter 6. But honestly, they're on life support. I know there's one still in Phoenix for the time being, and there's really not that many left. So I just gotta like beg Lindy from Thunder Bacon Burger Company to go to a Fuddruckers auction and get that cheese kettle, man. Get that cheese kettle, and then we're good. Those Thunder Tots are gonna go through the roof.
Yeah.
Chef Gary, if you're watching, tell El Charo to incorporate cheese kettles. We all need the cheese kettles. Let's see. Is this is probably Leah again begging me for that song. Let's see. Is this Leah still asking for Rival Sons?
This is Valdez with your
What do you-
traffic update.
Yeah, what are you doing calling, Valdez? Oh, this isn't Valdez.
No, I just playing it, Nick.
Oh, okay.
Oh, what up,
What's
Nick?
up, Nick? Yeah.
What up? Hey, so quick funny story. When I lived back east in New England, there was one Fuddruckers, which was an hour and a half one way away from my house.
Uh-huh.
Me and my mom drove that way, and honestly, trash.
Oh, yeah. You thought it was trash? Well, you didn't get the right Fuddruckers experience. I have to.
Oh no! If I would have saw your video,
You what?
if I would have saw your video, I would have known what to get.
Yeah, you just basically, whatever it is, you're going to get kind of quality-ish, but then you're going to have to drown it in cheese. And Chef Gary, I know you're still on the stream, so please give me those cheese kettles, man. And I know that you go to restaurant depots and auctions every now and then. Charo Vito would love melted cheese kettles. I'm telling you. So, all right, yeah, next time. And so, Todd, what is the closest Fuddruckers to us? Is there any
Phoenix.
Fuddruckers in the state? Phoenix? Is that it?
Phoenix.
Son of a
Pretty
bitch.
sure. Let me double check. Yeah, there's
All right.
there's more than one in Phoenix, which seems unfair.
Super unfair.
Phoenix has a lot of stuff that we don't have yet,
Hmm.
but we got a Portillo's, so we're doing okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks for that, Nick. I am still bummed. I do have clips I want to share real quick. Earlier this morning, Courtney, OG streamer Courtney, who's on the stream with us, he played around to the last word against a dude named Cody. And it was a hell of a battle. Excellent back and forth with good categories. And in case you missed it, you're in luck because I got it right here. 2.1 KF Man's Beef Vegan presents. It's 7:30 right now on 102.1 and Weirdo.
Yes.
I want to play a game.
Yay.
There you go. I'm like, turn that attitude around, weirdo. We're trying to have a good day on this Wednesday. All right, on line one, we got Cody. Good morning, Cody.
Good morning.
All right, line two, we have Courtney. Good morning, Courtney.
Good morning.
All right, now they're both facing off against each other for those tickets for Flog and Molly, which is happening March 14th at the Rialto Theater. All right, it's our verbal hot potato game. I explained the rules to our contestants so they know. You guys should know as you're listening on your way into work as well. So let's get right into it. Line one, Cody will start things off. 30 seconds on the clock will begin when I finish asking you this first question. Are you ready?
Yep.
All right, here we go, Cody. Name something that people do when they're stressed and go.
Or
Okay, Courtney.
rub their face.
Rub their face. Okay, Cody.
Play with their hair.
All right, Courtney.
Smoke a cigarette.
All right, Cody.
Tap their feet.
All right, Courtney.
Drink a beer.
All right,
Mhm.
Cody.
Party with friends.
All right, Courtney.
Smoke weed.
Yep, every day. Cody.
Do their nails.
Oh, ran out of time. Looks like Courtney got that first round, stole it with the smoke weed. All right, and that means Cody, you need to win this second round to stay in the game. Courtney, you're going to start off the second round with 30 seconds on the clock. That
All
will
right.
begin. All right, good luck to both of you. Here we go. Name something you might say. What is that? That's your GPS? That's all right. Here we go. Name something that you might say to get out of a traffic ticket. Courtney, go.
I was late to work.
All right, Cody.
Had to poop.
You had to poop. Yep. Courtney.
I don't have many other excuses. I'm on the way to the hospital.
Okay. Cody.
Wife's having a baby.
Yep. Courtney. Oh, right
Family
on
emergency.
time. Yeah, you slacked there. So, Cody, you tied it up. Good job tying it up. It is our sudden death round of the last word. Whoever gets this last round is going to get those tickets for Flogging Molly, March 14th at the Rialto Theater. Cody, you're going to start things off, okay?
All right.
Now, you got to get real creative with this last category. 30 seconds on the clock could begin when I finish asking it. Cody, name something that you might find in a crazy person's backpack and go.
Spray paint.
All right, spray paint. Courtney.
Half a Barbie doll.
Okay, yes.
Okay.
Cody.
Human head.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah.
Courtney.
Cat toys.
All right, Cody.
Dog food.
Yep.
Okay.
Courtney.
Jelly.
All right, Cody.
KY lube.
Yep, Courtney.
Toe jam.
Yep.
Oh.
Oh! You said toe jam like a crazy person's collecting toe jam?
Yes.
I can see that. Oh, and that was very close. And it looks like at the very last second, Courtney, you got the last word.
Yeah.
Cody, you put up a hell of a fight, man. Hell of a fight, especially for your first time. Unfortunately, you did not get the last word this time, but we are giving away another pair of tickets tomorrow morning in the 8 o'clock hour. So tune in around then. Hopefully, you'll get another shot and you'll get your vindication. Vindication? I'm going to go with vindication.
I'll try.
Yeah. But excellent job. And then, Courtney, congratulations. You won those tickets. Good job by both of you.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Nice.
So we'll see you at the Rialto Theater March 14th at the Rialto. We are going to hit the reset. Be back with more Beef Vegan Presents after this. Stick around.
The top 30 rock songs delivered straight to you. The L.A. Lloyd Rock 30.
There's a new track we've been playing on the
See this face I have right now? This is
Is it a beef jerky face?
It's not a beef jerky face. This is how passive aggressive management is towards me. You know, we were talking Rival Sons. We were talking about playing Rival Sons, and I pulled up 5 different Rival songs in my playlist, and I was gearing up. Hold on. Rock 102.1 KFMA, it's Beef Vegan Presents, hanging out here, getting blocked on the radio. I had a song request. I was going to play a little bit of the song, not the whole song, just a little bit to have a little fun on this Wednesday. And I don't know, hook up a listener with some audio enjoyment. Leah, she's a loyal listener, and I appreciate that. She's excited about the Greta Van Fleet show that's happening, which Rival Sons is on. So I looked up Rival songs in my playlist, Rival Sons, and had 5 songs, 5 different songs. And she initially requested the newest song. And I'm like, well, that's not going to test well, Leah. So give me one of their big hits. And she's like, oh, Too Bad was one of their big hits. That's fantastic. I'm like, oh, I have it in my playlist. That's cool. I was going to squeeze in a little bit of it. Just a little bit of it. But during the time I waited, someone with authority and power went into the playlist and deleted all those songs.
Seriously?
Wow.
100%.
Jeez.
100%. This is how much they hate me passive aggressively. And honestly, there's a lot of these songs, a lot of songs that were in the library that continue to get stripped away. I'm going to be left with like 30 songs. So that way I don't even have the ability to play a little bit of a song in the background or be like, hey, remember this, or even use it for like a Name That Tune or a bit. I mean, I'm a creative guy. I utilize the music in our catalog sometimes for games and for promotion. And sometimes just to even hook it up. But yeah, that's it's one of those things. A kick and scream, get slapped, and they bitch every step of the way. It's great. It's great. I just want to say that it's fantastic. So shout out to our MD for being quick on the draw, or PD, whatever. You guys, you got me fast on that one.
Hey, good news. Good news. They were listening.
They were listening. They do listen, just to make sure. Yeah, but you know what? You didn't delete. You didn't delete this stands with fists, did you? No, you didn't delete this stands with fists. This.
Yeah.
So how that in the playlist? What are you gonna do? How long is it gonna take you to delete this song? I'll wait while it plays. Listen, time for evolution. Shout out Stands with Fists. Great, yeah.
That's good.
Yeah. How long is it going to take you to delete with this stanza? 32 seconds, apparently.
And
All right.
gone.
Well, we learned. But shout out to Sans with Fist nonetheless.
Yeah.
Let's keep the conversation moving on the podcast broadcast. We got more coming up next. All right. Yeah, that was a bummer, though. They did that for sure.
That actually happened. Real true story.
It actually happened. They're all gone.
Amazing.
All five of those songs are completely deleted from the playlist.
Wow.
Yeah, I know. Sans with Fist still on there though. I wasn't gonna risk them to delete that yet, but interesting. Very interesting. Earlier this morning, because I gotta bite my tongue. So we had a confession session because it's Wednesday, and Weirdo helped us deliver these confessions, and it went like this. Rock 1 2.1 KFMA. It's Wednesday, so that means it's time for another confession session with Weirdo. These are some of the DMs of her friends and followers who have slipped her some confessions that they want to reveal with us anonymously. And if you want to anonymously confess something as well, no question asked.
Don't even need a name.
Don't need a name. 600 KFMA. All right, what's our first confession you have, Weirdo?
All right. I knew I'd be working out of town on Valentine's Day and wanted to surprise my new girlfriend.
Okay.
So I ordered a load of stuff to be delivered to her throughout the day.
Oh, super romantic and overachiever much? Jesus, try hard.
Yeah, but did so with all the ordering while drunk. Sent everything to my ex.
Oh, that is
No.
amazing.
Ex went ballistic, posted all over social media, and the new girlfriend dumped me.
Oh, did you at least get the ex back?
Oh,
Yeah,
that would be
probably
interesting to know.
not. Yeah, it seems like this dude was just all alone on Valentine's Day, burned himself,
Oh,
wasted
yeah.
a bunch of money. Oh,
Yeah, lesson of the day, don't internet while drunk.
yep, you never want to do that. All right, what other confessions you got here, Weirdo?
All right, I recently broke my ankle and was in a boot. Made it very difficult to have anything but missionary position sex.
Okay.
I'd forgotten how nice it was to just also lie back and let someone else do the work. Kept the boot on for an extra 4 weeks.
Oh, no. Just because you're a lazy lover? I mean, if you want to be lazy in bed, just get married.
Oh,
Nah, that's right. I mean, you were lazy for a minute, and then you added like 4 people to the mix. So
3, but all right.
All right.
All right. My wife has started commenting that I always pick up my phone if I leave the room and accuse me of having affair/messaging someone I shouldn't.
right.
There's nothing on my phone that I don't want her to see. It's fine. It's just that there's a bag of cocaine hidden in the phone case.
Oh, yes. He's just afraid that his wife will find it and do it
Yeah.
all. Yeah. That's a terrible hiding spot. All right. Any more confessions you got?
All right. Last one. I am very good at origami.
Oh, nice.
When I have self-love sessions, I make a replica vagina from toilet paper to finish.
Okay.
I'm very cautious that no one finds one of them, as I'd have no way to explain it to them face to face, though it wouldn't take much to work out what it's for.
Oh, no. That's kind of brilliant.
Yeah.
An origami V
Yeah.
tissue paper
Mm-hmm.
that you're going to clean up with.
Yeah.
And that's the best way I could say it, safest. And it's still wildly dirty. Amazing. It makes you want to learn a new trick, a new trade here. So, yeah, excellent confession. Keep those confessions coming to Weirdo. All you have to do is slide in her DM. She gives you permission on her Instagram page,
Mhm.
and that is
At weirdo, WIERDO_666.
there you go. Another confession session on this Wednesday. Let's hit the reset. When we come back, we're going to talk about the Murdaws. I keep saying that, but the Alex Murdaugh trial case. I've been following this since day one. Day one. Now there's 2 different documentaries out, and there's a wild new theory as to who the alleged murderer is, and it's not Alex Murdaugh. His
Really?
name is Murrah. Anyways, we'll break that down next if you think percent. Don't go away. All right, we're back here live. Yeah, still no Rival Sons. It's done. It's gone. Never to be requested again because I'll never be able to pull up anything and play in the background. And I had a little bit of dead air in between when I figured that out because I did have it queued up and then it just didn't play and it wouldn't slide over. And I'm like, huh, that's weird. And I'm like, boop, boop, boop. And then after a little bit of dead air, I had to press play on that Pretty Reckless song. And yeah, and then it's just gone. So they were listening. They heard it probably on the FM side and immediately went in and did that. And it's like kind of like passive aggressive nonsense that makes me love working and trying for the company. It does. I mean, I'm just like, yeah, absolutely. Let's fucking lose, man. I want to lose with the best of them. I want, oh, yes. Oh, you know, it would be great to hear that song we just heard 3 minutes ago. Let's hear that again. No, the new one? No, not the new one.
No, the old one.
3 million times.
The one on the other station as well.
Yeah. The song that just played on KLPX, let's play that. Yes. Oh, because I was a young man in his late 20s in the 80s, and I know what's hip and cool for this generation. I get it. Fuck yes, it's amazing. I can't wait for the conversation that will be had towards me after this show while they're walking around on eggshells because the owner of the company is coming to town. It's a great time. It's a great time to be alive. I'm at a point where you can only give so much, where you don't give any fucks. There's like any fucks left to give, right? So it's just like at this point they can't threaten. They get threatened and take it all away. Go ahead and then do it on your own. You know what I mean? That's fine. That's fine. I'll do something else. I'll make I don't know what is it called, a living wage. Yeah. So I'll attempt making a living wage for once, either in a different radio company or not doing radio at all. And guess what? I'll be fine because they literally have nothing to take away from me. I do enjoy the connection I create with the audience. This is why I do it. I do want to entertain. I do want to connect. I have that desire inside me that has always been there for my entire life, even when I was 9 years old, dreaming about doing this, right?
Yeah.
That's like dreaming of being with like this perfect girl. And then you're with this girl and she's a fucking monster. She's abusive as all fuck, right? She doesn't appreciate anything that you do. And no matter all the positive things in the world, then she's going to just continue to cheat on you, treat other motherfuckers better who are worse. I'm pointing into a direction. I've been in abusive relationships my entire life. And it doesn't stop professionally. And it doesn't seem like I'm going to, in my next professional relationship, be in a non-abusive relationship. It just might be set in my code. It might be my algorithm. It might be something that I just have to continue to suck up and bear. And am I bitching for the sake of bitching, Todd? Stop me at any time.
Well, no, I like that you put in the algorithm. It makes me think of the Chat GPT and the John Oliver things of like, yeah, that's why your resume got through. It's like, this guy will take abuse.
Yeah.
Rear end, wide open. Here you go.
I take abuse with the best of them. It's been ignored. I mean, I've suffered trauma. Like, it's ignored and downplayed. But what I experienced for 3 years straight through was toxic trauma witnessed by hundreds of people, some of them on the stream. It's something that stuck with me, that still sticks with me to this day. Like, it's a legit thing. I've woke up from fever dreams from it. It took me years. And years, I'm still in the process of recovering. And the way that I do that is try to block out memories, but it should not go ignored or downplayed whatsoever. And in the meantime, I'm creating money out of nothing to be like here. And every single step of the way of every little thing that we've been able to do and accomplish and momentum and growth, which is undeniable, which they accept and they acknowledge and they say they appreciate, every step of the way has been like the fucking biggest fight of my life. Every step of the way. And I'm like, I have to keep reminding them, like, bro, I'm doing this for you because you get the majority of the money and I'm still qualifying for EBT fucking cards, which I don't sign up for because of my pride. But goddamn, free food is nice. This over Rival Sons. I mean, I don't even give a shit about Rival Sons. To be honest with you, I think they're overrated. Leo's super sweet. I'd play a little bit for him, but it's kind of watered down Southern rock to me. But so that's not necessarily a hill I want to die on. I'm sending emails to our programmer being like, you got to get Rival Sons in heavy rotation. No, I'm not. But the fact that, I can't play a snippet is kind of ridiculous. And
I'm interrupting you. I'm cutting you off right there. We got to go the other way with this now. Let's get everything cut off until the point where there's not enough music and they have to give you more airtime.
Yeah.
Let's plow all through. Get all the music canceled.
Yeah, you know what? Actually, that's not a bad idea. Let's see what other bands that we can get.
Get the
requested.
whole playlist removed one by one.
Oh my God! If you're able to pull this off, that would be amazing.
That'd be nice.
There's nothing. Then there's it's a 3-song playlist, but hey, you get to fill the space in between.
Yeah, you know what? And let's try that with the Black Keys. I need a streamer to call in to pretend like they're just a regular listener and request. Let's see. The Black Keys Shine a Light. That is not even like scheduled to be on here, right? Give me a call right now. We're gonna be on 2 minutes. Genuinely request the Black Keys Shine a Light. Okay. And we'll talk about that. We'll try to pretend I'm like, yeah, I'll play it right after this commercial break and see how long it lasts. The Black Keys Shine a Light. So I need somebody, 600 KFMA, you know the number. So if you can give me a call, it can't be Todd. He's too recognizable.
I'm busy.
I was having a good day, and I'm still having a good day for the most part, and just heartbroken. It just, especially like with management, like Mac. I love Mac. I'm trying to protect him. I'm trying to save him and get him, get this station successful. But at the same time, they're protecting KLPX to a point where it's detrimental to this station. So it doesn't make sense to me. All right, let's see who's. All right, who's this?
It's Taco.
All right, Taco. Taco, go by the alias Jorge. All right, so when I get you on the air, I'm gonna say Rock 1 2.1. Who's this? And you're like, this is Jorge. Okay, can I hear the Black Keys Shine a Little Light, please? Okay.
All
right, because they're gonna know it's you, Taco. I mean, anyone that's named after food is definitely part of the crew, so they're not gonna buy it. But I really feel like they're only doing the FM side. I don't think they're watching the stream.
Yeah,
they should. At least maybe they understand my point of frustration. No, because I've verbalized this. It's not like it's a secret. It's redundant.
No,
it's redundant at this time. You know what I mean? And that's what I said when I started the shit. I don't want to bitch about this shit. I want to have a good time, man. Things are good. Things are going great.
This is your chance to, if you actually want to cut this off and actually have a good time and not bitch, cut this off right now. Don't go through with this.
I say go through with it.
It's either way. I'm just telling you, like, you're a hypocrite otherwise.
That's my name.
No, I'm cool with that.
Rock 1 2.1 KFMA. Welcome back to Beef Vegan Presents. I had a phone call, but I had to disconnect. Welcome back to the show. All right, Todd. All right. Yes. Okay. Let's do some radio content, shall we? I got this fantastic story that I want to share with you guys. It's something that you don't want to miss. You need to know this. And I'm 100% killing time, but here it is. There was a family who raised a couple dogs, or raised a Mastiff, for 2 years. All right. This was in China. All right. It's a Chinese family. They welcomed a new dog into their lives after a woman had brought the animal to her village. And for 2 years, they raised this adorable Mastiff, and they were amazed by its insane appetite. It ate nothing but food all day, all night. It just kept eating. And they were even equally amazed when they found out their Mastiff was able to stand up on its hind legs.
Okay.
Like 2 legs, right? So they're just like, wow, we got the world's smartest and hungriest Mastiff. Eventually, They were even more shocked to discover that their beloved pet was starting to resemble a bear.
Did they have a bear cub instead of a dog?
Yes, instead of the Tibetan Mastiff they thought they were raising, animal experts later confirmed that the beast was really an Asiatic black bear.
Oh my God.
Yeah. And they were heartbreaking to discover this because that means that the animal had to be taken to the Yunnan Wildlife Rescue Center where it could be more appropriately cared for. So the leash was taken off. But this family mistakenly raised the bear thinking it was a mastiff for 2 full years.
I don't know.
Nah.
They had to have known something.
They didn't. That's why I'm sharing the story.
Do they not have access to the internet?
That's an excellent
You
question.
said village.
They did, but it's China, so any bear sites are probably blocked because I think President Xi resembles Winnie the Pooh, and he is very sensitive about that. And so anything bear related gets blocked. Yeah, that just checks out. Like you
That
confirm
checks
that,
out.
Todd.
That
Thank
checks
you.
out.
All right.
All right.
See, my comedy is relevant. All right. Let's hit the reset. Be back with your beef tip after these words. It's the podcast broadcast. Yeah, look at I got current affairs, current event references, and everything else.
Mhm.
That's true. Look, I just pulled that out of my ass too. Woohoo! That's my Winnie the Pooh thing. All right. Continuing to hit the reset. Earlier this morning, we had an excellent edition of F My Life, and in case you missed it, it went like this.
Did you get caught self-loving by your mom?
It is awkward.
Did you do something that got you fired from your job?
I just get stupid.
It's fun being stupid.
Don't hide this in vain. Let us laugh at your pain. Call 600-KFMA right away.
I promise we won't embarrass you.
Because Beef Vegan presents F My Life. F My Life. F My Life.
Yes, it's time for another round of F My Life. These are unfortunate situations. Email to me at beefvegan@kfma.com, subject line FML. But if you'd like to add to this list, you go ahead and give us a call at 600-KFMA. That's 600-5362. And Weirdo and I will weigh in on your F My Life situation. Are you ready, Weirdo?
I am.
All right, first email sent to me by Leandra. She said, today I got congratulated at work for being so focused and, quote unquote, not spending any time on my phone. I didn't have the heart to tell my manager that I don't spend time on my phone because I have no friends to talk to.
Aw.
Oh, that is sad sounding, right? Is that an F My Life for Leandra?
Yeah, F My Life.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
depressing.
They need to make like an app for finding friends. And it's funny because my old co-host Shmonty, when he moved back to DC, he tried to find friends, right? And he did go on to a site to try to be like just friends. I think it was Tinder or Bumble. It was Bumble, where Bumble had a feature where you could just try to find friends. And so he matched with some guys on the friend part. And then immediately all those friends tried to bang him. So it doesn't matter what the tab is. If you're on one of those sites, it's a sex site. Yeah. So good luck, Leandra. F your life. Let's go to someone just hung up. All right. Next F My Life email sent to me by Tomas. Tomas said, yesterday I told the lady that came into my clothing store that I thought her abstract looking necklace was pretty. She responded with, oh, that's actually a pipe that goes into my lung.
Oh,
yeah. F My Life.
F My Life for her.
Well, yeah, that does suck. But I mean, that's embarrassing as well. I'm going to say F My Life for him. He's just trying to make nice small talk.
Yeah.
And she's like, no, I'm dying. Ugh. Well, there's a sale right over there. Or I guess you don't mind paying full price because what's money to you, huh? Oh, F your life. All right. Next F My Life situation said to me by Tanner. He said, today, my very pregnant wife woke up in bed, grabbed her stomach, and writhing in pain. Worried that the baby might be in distress, I asked her what was wrong. She gasped, then let out what could only be described as a river of hot liquid all over herself and my legs.
Oh, no.
We both cried. F his life.
F everybody's life.
The entire situation. That baby's going to come out embarrassed. F My Life all the way around.
Yeah.
All right, 2 more left. Danny sent me this one. He said, today a cop almost rear-ended my car, slammed on the gas with no warning, swerved around me, flipped me the bird, then cut me off and drove full 10 miles under the speed limit. When I changed lanes to overtake him, he pulled me over for road rage.
Oh, my God. Shady.
Shady as all hell. Afterlife. I'm guessing he's in Marana, because I have not seen cops on the street in Tucson proper in a long time. I started thinking, like, where the hell are these cops at, man?
You're right. I haven't seen TPD lately. That's weird.
Yeah, well, there's a shortage of funds and police officers and the whole nine. I know we still have them. You just don't see them anymore. Yeah, weird. So F My Life for Danny?
Yeah.
Okay. And final F My Life of the day, sent to me by Valerie at beefvegan@kfma.com. She said, today my one night stand decided he wanted to meet my parents. F your life?
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. Also, shout out to Valerie. Thanks for that email. All right, we got about a minute 45 before we wrap things up. I'm seeing the comments here. Yes, wish the stream was longer. The stream actually being an hour was a compromise. I was told no stream at first because of the other guy ruined it. And that's how I got this job, because this went viral for, being abusive and toxic and unprofessional, things like that. And boom, boom. And they're like, whoa, we don't want that to happen again. I'm like, well, here's the thing. I am not that guy, right? So the compromise was, and it actually worked out, that it's an hour podcast, and we keep it tight moving, and that's great. There are some days that we go 2 hours, and eventually I don't want to do now. I don't want to do a full 4 hours because I don't want all that dead time in between, because it's a solid podcast. It's a show from beginning to end, and I want to continue that, but we might expand to 2 hours, and we definitely have shows that have gone close to 2 hours. After I get all set up. So Friday, we're going to have Chef Gary Hickey and Herb Shafford in studio for the podcast. It's going to be a good one.
Yeah.
Yes. And because the Monica is celebrating a year anniversary, and Powers is actually going to be working that year anniversary. So that's a big deal. So there's a connection there. It all just it's a big family affair. And then tomorrow, Tucson Roadrunners, the president and the announcer, not the arena announcer, but the voice of the Tucson Roadrunners, president's Bob Hoffman, and then the announcer's Adrian Denny. They're going to be hanging out on the podcast. First time having Adrian on the show, and I've worked with them obviously for a few years. I like the guy, and it's great that they'll both be in. We'll be talking Roadrunners hockey, what's happening this weekend with Hobson hockey, and the implications of playoffs. Got to figure out how we're looking on the playoffs, how close are we to the playoffs, and if the Roadrunners go to the playoffs, of how long, or like what weekends are we looking at? Because I want to go to Mexico a lot too. So I'm trying to figure out the balance. I'm trying to figure out which weekends I can go to Rocky Point. So based off the Tucson Roadrunners on this win streak right now, they're doing pretty good. If they get super hot going into it, it could be a long playoff run, which will definitely affect my Cerveza run. So I don't know which one. I love them both equally.
Got to have that nice work-life balance.
Yes. So tomorrow on the podcast broadcast, Tucson Roadrunners president Bob Hoffman and the voice of the Tucson Roadrunners, Adrian Denny, will be in studio for the podcast broadcast talking your Tucson Roadrunners. So this Saturday, Hobson Hockey, that's going to be a good time, kicking it off with a bunch of different brewers. It's basically craft brew season, as we've been enjoying that immensely. So if you're a craft beer drinker and a hockey fan, I hope to see you this Saturday for Hobson Hockey. I'll be supplying the tunes, walking around, asking people questions, and being annoying as usual before going in and hosting the game. We're almost out of time for this show, though. It's been fantastic. Don't forget to follow Weirdo, the Royal Polly family, on all the social media platforms. She's blowing up on TikTok, son.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And playing roller derby this Saturday.
That's right.
Yeah.
Big roller derby shindig that's going down at the park. Only $5 for that show. And it's Toy Story versus Monster Inc. Yep. That's the theme going on there.
Go check out Copper State Roller Derby. Copper State Derby League on Facebook.
Get it right. You were only the president of there.
I only founded the league.
All right, let's get into your beef tip before we head out the door. How late in the day do you think you could cancel plans for that night?
Oh, like 5 minutes before.
That's well, that's the wrong answer. Todd, you do the same?
Depends on the plans.
Yeah,
Depends entirely on the plans.
All right, well, the latest time of day was revealed by New York Magazine. They have an answer. 2 p.m.
Okay.
2 p.m. is the answer. The latest you can do to cancel plans for later that night. That gives the other person time to find someone else to hang out with. So if you're going to cancel and you know you're going to cancel, my beef tip to you is don't procrastinate, because you're just boning the other person. If you want to stay in, that's fine. I get that. Right. But don't leave somebody hanging, especially someone that's considered your friend, because they might not stay your friend. All right. And that's all the time we have for the show. I'd like to thank everybody for listening. Of course, subscribe to the podcast broadcast. And if you're management, take out every good song on the playlist. I only want to play 5 songs a show, every show. If you could do that, that would be amazing. All right. Robin Nash is up next. Enjoy the rest of your day. Drive safe, ride safe, and rock local. Later. Should I not have done that, Todd? Yeah, I did one last little.
No, that's fine. No, I mean, that's good. You had to get it out of your system. If you didn't get it out of your system, you would literally explode.
But if you've been mean or kind of bad, I will
Explosive
knock
all
out
over the wall.
your
I know. I just pour gasoline on the fire because